there is an unspoken set of rules when it comes to Titanfall 2 of what you can use and what you cannot use, or if you do, you'll be labeled the ultimate scrub. I'm here to say there is no wrong way to play Titanfall 2 or any other FPS game for that matter. Think back in the last few years. Have you sat down, tried a new game, and within the first match or two, you're already going online to look up what's the best weapon, the best perk, the meta, what should I be using? There are tons of videos in every FPS game, just literally that keyword title right there. What gun should I be using? Whatever should I be using? And it's kind of funny because I remember growing up, that just wasn't the case. Why wouldn't you just play the game, find out what you like, experience the sandbox for yourself, and choose what you want? No, instead, these days, we're always so concerned about being inefficient in the games that we play. That fear may be stemming from the thought that you might not be as good as some of the other players in the match. And it's so funny to me because we have lost something pretty incredible when it comes to games and the ability to experience and learn things on our own, and honestly, the ability to be inefficient or to not use the meta stuff. Now, in the case of Titanfall 2, it's kind of funny because some of the best gear is the stuff you're not supposed to use from the unspoken set of rules, right? Tone and Monarch players, they're very well aware of this. Those are Titans that if you use regularly, you're gonna get a little bit of flame in chat. Nothing too crazy, but you're always gonna get memed for using two really good Titans within the game. Now, Tone, I think, gets outclassed in a lot of ways, but it's such a simple, easy to pick up Titan, and it is versatile. I mean, if you think about how good it is at taking out pilots as well as Titans, it's a lot of fun. And true confession, I was a Tone main for years. Like, if you go back to my videos on Titanfall 2, 2016 to probably 2018, most of those gameplays, I'm probably rocking Tone. I had no idea there was a stigma back then, by the way. I'm not a, Spitfire rooftop player, but it really has changed the way that I view games like Titanfall 2. You'll probably rarely see me upload something with a car or the Monarch or whatever, just because there is this unspoken set of rules. And I was thinking about how freaking silly that is. Why do we play games to begin with? FPS games in particular. Some people play them for fun. I think the majority of people do, right? Or they should be. Some play for the competitive aspect, to go into the ranked hoppers, to grind their heart out, to get better and progress and grow. Some play for a bit of both. Some play for time with friends. I would argue for most of you watching, it's probably a bit of all of the above. So if we play then for those reasons, why are we so concerned about being as efficient as possible? About using the gear that we should, or playing the game in the playstyle that we should? Me personally, I love Titanfall 2 for the movement system. And my favorite experience is literally just wall running, jumping, hip firing, moving all the time, trying to string together something cool like I'm in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater and I'm on like the run of my life. But just because that's the reason that I enjoy the game does not mean it negates anybody else's enjoyment and their play styles. And I find myself like having to catch my thoughts because you'll be in a match, somebody's on a rooftop with like the AWOL of Spitfire, and you're like, oh man, you're ruining it. And then you have to really think and like, whoa, what do you mean? Like, just chill. It's a game, for goodness sake. It may not be my play style, but you can darn bet the rest of the match I'm going to be like trying to go after that person, and it creates a whole new little sub-meta in there. It's like a lot of fun, but I just can't get on board with this thought that there is the right and wrong way to play this game. We're all just out here to enjoy our hobby. And this is crazy because in all games right now, we have optimized the fun out of the experiences. No matter what it is, everyone is now Googling how to be the best at whatever game it is and immediately playing that playstyle, and it just creates so much of the same stuff. Now, luckily in Titanfall 2, it's kind of funny. It's the opposite, right? Don't use the best stuff. Use the lesser, weapons in the game. That's like the meta, right? For the coolness, the cool factor of being a Titanfall 2 player. And there is something really cool about using wonky stuff in this game. There's a lot of reward in it. And speaking of which, I use all sorts of different Titans now, and I've enjoyed learning. Like, the Titan phase used to be my least favorite part of the Titanfall 2 experience. Just like Pilot v Pilot, And now I'm starting to learn some of the nuances of the different Titans. I still suck, but like Fire Stars can ignite Scorch's gas canister. And I've been playing Ion a bunch on the channel. I didn't know until like 3 weeks ago that the charge shot you can interrupt with a melee attack if you don't want to expend the charge and you need to interrupt it for whatever reason, like there isn't somebody there. There's still stuff I'm learning about this game, and I think it is so rad. And that's from just playing things that I didn't back in the day, trying different stuff, not caring about the right or the wrong way to play the game. And I think we're losing out on those cool memories, because I remember, you could probably ask any of you in the chat, I just did this on a Halo video the other day, what are some, like, your favorite memories when you were younger playing one of these older games? And everything is always stories about people being inefficient and not caring. Playing with their friends, playing with their siblings or whatever online, using weird gear, using dumb setups, but having so much fun doing it. You don't get those stories anymore because I think people are scared that they maybe are wasting their time if they're not using the best stuff or the stuff that they should be using within a match, or playing it the way that this unspoken, invisible, like, community figures out there define. As if you aren't doing that, you're wasting time, right? That's crazy. That's silly. We shouldn't be doing that. And I think games would be a lot more fun if people were just like straight up ready to play the way that they want to play. And honestly, being okay with being inefficient. So much of the fun of like learning or playing a game is experiencing it and making choices for yourself. I know it's a weird one, but what do you think about all of this? The unspoken rules of gaming. Let me know down below. Have a great day.